Hello, this is me, Oten from Nerdimations, and today I'm going to continue the Uncolonized series with part 3. If you didn't watch the first two videos, watch them now, or else I will end worlds. Just kidding. Anyways, here's some quick facts. Number 1, we stopped, I think, around June 1882 with 2. And currently, Africa's looking kind of okay. Anyways, without much further ado, let's begin. First, a political problem begins to arise in West Africa. Many kingdoms, like the Wasalu, Fuda Jalon, Canaan Bornu, the Mosi states, it's the Tijiana Caliphate, and the Oro Confederacy all began to get pretty angry from read about the Sokoto. So they form a pact between their nations and to make sure that they never get destroyed by the Sokoto. Due to this political pressure, the Sokoto began to instead turn towards more nice things to do, like industrialization. They they do something crazy. They finally outlaw slavery. Right. No, being smart enough to know that you can't have slavery in an industrialized economy, or else what the heck is the reason for either slavery or the industrialized economy? If you have one, you don't need the other. Anyways, is the main plan around for now would just be to not die. If they can secure not dying, they could secure anything. Maybe. Meanwhile, let's visit Ethiopia and Egypt. Specifically, Egypt. We begin by seeing the Mahadis rise up. Slightly. Significantly, no, very annoying. Slowly, the Mahadis begin to take over Sudan, with basically the goal that they won't leave any Egyptian power still in the country. I'm trying to draw a border for it. All right. Okay, good. The Mahadis continue their offensive, but they're slowed down once they reach the coast, or at least near the coast. Meanwhile, Egypt starts to grow suspicion that maybe countries like Ethiopia and the Sanusi are, say, funding the Mahadis. Quite a predicament. So, guess what the Mahadis do? They try their best to hide any evidence that exists that they could actually be aiding them. So, they make trade routes long. They make trade aid and supplies longer and go through and make sure that they don't directly go through, and also take out all their soldiers from the front line, or at least soldiers of their ethnicity. Meanwhile, this is Egypt trying to look for reasons reasons and to get the Ottomans involved. The noises you just heard is Egypt dying as they realize there is nothing they can do to get the Ottomans with them. And so they meet up with the Mahdists and say, okay, dude, do you want to make a compromise? Basically, the Egypt's idea was that Sudan could be a semi-independent part of Egypt. Or technically, Sudan would be a semi-independent part of a semi-independent Egypt. Okay, that's kind of complicated, but it can still work. Now, the Mahdists do want full independence, but they also know that they probably can't stand a long-lasting war, especially once Egypt pulls in the Ottomans. So they agreed with Sudan only being ceded to the Mahdists' partial governance. And Egypt though keeps the Tigray and the Afar territories. Don't mind myself, I'm being annoying. So, and they also they say, hey, you see this territory in Uganda? Yeah, that's not yours. Now the Mahdists don't care because, well, there's no purpose of it. Like, what are you supposed to do with this? Especially before a time when many people went into the deep interior of this area. And so the Mahdists just sat there in silence. Okay, now that we've heard the Mahdists screams enough, I think we can continue. Besides Sudan, other things are happening nearby. Now, we should all remember the intense hate and animosity between the Luba and Kuba kingdoms. Here's Luba and here's Kuba. Recently, in the last video, the ones who didn't watch it would not know. The Kuba made an alliance with the Congo, and the Luba an alliance with the kingdom, with the Tipu Tip, and also the Luanda Confederation. Pretty smart move. And soon, war began. The Kuba tried to make a surprise attack on the Luba, moving in to try and sweep everything out quickly. The only problem is that the Luba lured the dumb Cubas there just so that they can take over the territory. The Cubas nearly took over the Luba kingdom, but they were defeated defeated at the last moment and ran back into their own country. That's what you're supposed to do, friend. Then and the then and the Tipu Tip realized is that they could do something. The Cuba had sent right before the war had sent them a ton of very insulting messages. You cannot touch the DP Tip. Do not get any ideas about this. News of these insults went as far south as South Africa and as far north as the new Mahata Sudan. And on January the 14th of 1883, with the Tipu Tip slowly dying inside from hearing these dumb insults over and over, joined and invaded the Cuba Kingdom. They Their invasion though stopped because the Congo had pulled a genius alpha move. They had gotten support or by convincing Nigeria Nigiriboma right here to lend them the ability to go through their territory. They then voted their soldiers across the entire Congo River, this way not violating any tribe's territorial rights. They then ended up in the Tipu Tip and began an invasion. When the king heard of it, or at least the leaders, they were pissed. And they had realized just how dumb they are. Lisangani had quickly fallen, and soon after, with further moves by the Congo, they had taken in Kumakima. With finally, after a bit of fighting, the Tip totally surrendered, or being forced to pay the Congo and the Cuba a ton of money. Now it was the Luanda and Juba versus the Congo and the Cuba. Why does that sound so good? The Cuba forces went on a second offensive to once again try and knock out their rivals before they could do anything. The only thing is that their rivals were smart and just moved to the other side. They were about to basically encircle the entire Cuba army if had not the Cuba ordered a major retreat because of losing a minor battle. At first, this general was called a coward, and soon he was almost executed until the king got news of the new situation where he was congratulated and given the ability given in principeship of the Central Territory. The, the, the Cuba were about to get totally destroyed, but this general couldn't let that happen. He just did an amazing move to save the country. He wasn't just going to let that move go to waste. So he sent two forces out, one to collapse one army, and also sent a diversion and to maybe keep them off. Now here's the diversion. These fronts were majorly successful in lending the Cuba extra time. And something happened in this extra time. Something that would totally turn the tide of the war. The one and only Yeke Kingdom joined the war. Specifically on the side of the Kuba. The Luba at this point knew they didn't stand a chance anymore. More being sandwiched between two of their rivals. And so they surrendered. The Luba kingdom became the Luanda kingdom became a Congo puppet, which also had to cede territories, to the Cuba kingdom. The Yeke kingdom, for turning the tide of the war, or at least partially helping, got all the territory that they had conquered as a thank you. And finally, the Luba kingdom was downright dismantled into the west, not in the peace treaty, but soon the west and the east separated from if they should do from what they should do: continue the war or stop. The east east continued the war for a few more days before it collapsed, while the west bowed down to their suzerainty. The kingdom was now pretty happy about their gains that they had just acquired. But really, it was kind of just shifting a bit into the orbit of the Congo. The only true victors here was the Congo, who were able to exploit all sides, the enemy, and take victory anyways. Just Sigma moves. The Yake kingdom only really intervened just because they wanted more land. It would not be surprising that it intervened on the side of the Luba kingdom to get money out of the Cuba kingdom. So they picked the right side at the right time. So they ended up with good reparations. The only thing is that no one got anything out of the Tipu Dip, which must have been annoying for some people. Meanwhile, we have one more event in 1883 to 1884. Fuda Jalon was able to revassalize one of their provinces after working so hard to keep after losing it just a bit more than 2 years earlier. And that's basically all for today. If you want to see more, or go check out my channel page. Thank you for watching, and please may you subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.